Last step, if you want to do this, that's fine. You do not have to. But when we're going to show you how to add it where it's bloodshot. You want to think like tree branches with our veins. Now, it's kind of the same thing from going to the center of the edge, but we want to just add some lines that sort of branch out like tree branches from the edge of the eyeball inward. So instead of working from the pupil on out, we're going to work from the edge inward. And we just want to add in a few here. So I'm going to go around and just make mine in here. I'm going to do a couple of sort of squiggly lines. So nothing straight because your veins aren't straight. We want to go ahead and add it where it's a little squiggly. And then I'm going to make a couple of little branches off of it. That's it. And then I'm going to go around and do the same thing around the other edges. Maybe it'll go a little bit further. I'll do a branch here and a branch here. And I'm going to keep going around my edge. So I want to go ahead and make them in there. And this gets to be fun and creepy. So you can go ahead and take this any way you want. Now let me show you Jenna's. Jenna's are further away. Why? Because her iris is further away. So if she goes around the edge of there, she's going to have to point toward the iris that she colored and she cut out. So if you have your eyeball in the center like this one, you can go all the way around the circle. But Jenna's is going to have to point just toward the iris. So she's going to make her lines from the edge towards the iris since hers is not in the center. So we'll go ahead and draw those on. All right, so we're finishing our eyeballs up. Now, as you can see, Jenna's got some very, very deep red ones. That's good. She's added a lot more branches because she went a lot further from the edge of the eyeball. I didn't do that many sort of branches off of my veins because they're pretty close to that iris. It already looks like his eye is pretty irritated. One of the things I noticed is that while I was drawing this, my edges towards the edge of the eyeball don't look that great. So I'm going to go ahead and fill those in a little and maybe make them a little bit deeper. But then I'm basically going to be done. Jenna's still going to be working on hers because she's got much, much longer red lines going toward her iris with lots more branching going out. So if you are finishing with yours, you could do the backside to make another eyeball if you want. But we're going to go ahead and use our small eyes. So you can go ahead and look at that part of your handout as soon as you finish this part. So this would be a good part, a good place in the video to stop and make sure that everybody is finished if they are doing the bloodshot eyes. So hopefully you are finished at this point, and we have our bloodshot eyeball where you can see the red. So it's kind of neat the way it's creepy and looking around. These could get really cool and really fancy, so that's sort of up to you if you want to add those in. If you don't and you just want to leave it a plain eyeball, there's nothing wrong with that. So we're going to get ready to move on to the next part, which are just the smaller eyes.